Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca. I'm a content strategist and creator for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And today we're going to be talking about building and creating a business. I started my business back in 2020 and I was still working in corporate at the time. So I had my 9-to-5 and I had this little side hustle thing going on. And by the time this video comes out, it'll be officially a year that I've been doing my business full time. And I left my corporate job back in September of 2021. And now it's already been a year. Where has the time gone? I have no clue. It's been crazy. And so I felt like for my 1-year anniversary of being full time, I wanted to share 5 things that I've learned since starting my business back in 2020 and how it's grown and how it has changed and hopefully how it'll continue to evolve, and I'll surely be making more mistakes. Let's get started. Now, if you're interested in building a business or you've listened to, entrepreneurs and podcasts and whatever may have you, you've probably heard this one a lot, but it's definitely true. I can attest to it, is that building a business is mostly mindset. I'm just gonna put it out there. Obviously, when you want to start a business, you want to find something that you truly like doing and that you know that you're pretty good at. But you don't have to have the complete skill set to start a business, really. So when I started my business and I started as a virtual assistant, I did not know much about being a virtual assistant. I know that I was creative and I wanted to get my creative side out there. I knew that I was good at organizing, with like my admin background and whatnot. So I knew that putting those two together made sense for me and was something that I was comfortable with starting out with and creating. I wasn't going to start out with being a content creator like I am right now because I just felt like I wasn't at that point yet. You don't have to have all the knowledge in the world to start a business. So it's mostly 80% mindset and 20% skill set, and the rest that you can learn. If you're open to the possibility and open to learning, that's all you really need. And you just have to keep working at it and keep going every single day. Number 2 on my list, and something that I've found recently in the past year, especially doing this on my own full time, is that there's a lot of gray area. When you're starting a business, I always thought that it was always a roller coaster because that's what you're told. There's some ups, there's some downs, and you just gotta ride it through it all. But my experience has really just been in that sort of gray area where there's some elements that are good, some elements that are not so good. And there's just a lot of figuring out what's going on and trying to do the best I can. Because I think most of the time it's uncertainty of what I'm doing is right. So it's mostly gray area and I don't really see like the big highs and lows just yet. It could happen in the future, but for now, I'm mostly focused on trying to grow my business and trying to put it in a direction where I want it to go rather than going with the throes of whatever comes my way, per se. I think something that maybe I would warn myself if I would go back is that there's a lot of gray area and a lot of uncertainty, and that's okay. Speaking of gray areas, one thing that has really helped me and has really fast-tracked my growth in the past 2 years is number 3 on my list, is that community and connections is so important, especially when you're building a business on your own. I'm in this room 24/7, really. So having that connection and putting yourself out there to find people that are like-minded, whether they're business owners or not, finding those people that you can have a chat with and kind of ask questions, bounce ideas off of is so important. And it has really helped me in growing my business a lot quicker than if I were to do it on my own. So obviously I have coaches that have helped me kind of kick me in the butt, but not only that, you don't really have to necessarily pay for someone to kick you in the butt, but having those communities where you can just be able to connect with people and ask questions. It doesn't necessarily always have to be when you're struggling that you go to community. Obviously it helps, but having community for your wins and your successes makes it so much more meaningful and impactful. So those are really special moments as well. For me, it has really been, messaging people in my community around Toronto. It has been connecting with people through my clients. I've also done a lot of community management, so I've been able to talk to women all across Canada who are in several different sectors. They're not necessarily business owners, but some of them have gone through the same things. And so being able to connect in so many different ways has been life-changing for me, and it just makes everything even more special. Number 4 on my list is that competence equals confidence, or competence allows your confidence to grow. I tend to find that sometimes fake it till you make it is often misconstrued, and sometimes it's not really used in an appropriate way. But I like the idea of faking it till you make it, where you can go into something and you don't have to know everything. That just goes back to number 1 on my list, which was mindset. Going into something and not knowing everything and just trying it is one of the greatest superpowers that I've been able to have in building my business this year. Seeing someone try something for the first time, for me personally, is nothing cringe. It's nothing short of great, honestly. When I see someone trying something for the first time, it allows people to dream of possibilities. It allows people to open up and say, maybe I could do that. Maybe I can do something that I've always wanted to do. Trying something for the first time, obviously you're not going to be the best at it. I used to always think that there were some people that were born confident and some people that were not. And obviously there are different personalities, but that is completely and totally untrue. Everyone can grow their confidence. Everyone. In that perspective of growing a business, once you get to know yourself and you get to know what you want to learn and you have more knowledge and experience, that'll really show. The last one on my list, obviously all of these are kind of intertwined together. So this one kind of goes with the community aspect and the confidence aspect, but asking for help and being a little vulnerable sometimes is your greatest superpower. I don't really believe in the idea of having to share everything online and just being out in the open. You know, you kind of want to have that distinguished line between like your personal life and your business life, but being able to just be open and honest and saying, I don't know this, I'm learning about this, I'm currently working on this, it has really helped me in terms of connecting with people a lot better, and it has helped me gain a lot more perspective, and people are a lot more prone to giving you advice or mentorship or any of that sort of thing. I think that not being afraid to ask for help is really a great superpower. And you don't have to feel like you are burdening anyone or you're, bringing anyone down because you're trying to build yourself up. Everyone wins. And that's also something that I have tend to learn in the past year. There is enough to go around in terms of wealth, in terms of success, in terms of power. There's enough of everything to go around. You don't have to feel bad about bettering yourself or trying to grow your business in any way. All right, we got through this. Those were my 5 lessons that I've learned since starting my business, and I hope that you enjoyed. I'll be hoping to maybe do this next year so that we can see what has changed, but I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!